And in that same vein, let's give a huge shout out and welcome Craig the Closer Stratton. Craig the Closer Stratton. Now, this number wasn't up there, but it was, I think, 33 closed sales in Q1. 33 for Craig the Closer Stratton, who's on pace and looking like he is going to crush a triple-digit sales closer year. So, what's up, brother? How you feeling right now?
Good. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me here and review the awesome things we're doing. The setter closer model is such a gift. It's an amazing thing. It's really amped up a lot of the things that we're doing. It's very exciting. It's just awesome.
So, Craig, obviously I'm inspired by you, brother. You are really kind of like leading in a lot of ways right now how to truly utilize the setter closer model as a closer and as a team builder, right? So I'm going to speak to some of those other closers, some of those other team builders, but Craig, obviously you know how to speak to setters too, right? So there's a lot of new people that just joined this business, 1,400 that just completed certification, right? Walk us all through how do we take advantage of 4.0 the most if you're a setter and if you're a closer. How do you really take advantage of this model and this system to go get 30 signed contracts next quarter?
Yeah. So at the most basic level, if I were to start over from scratch, first let me premise this. So my team that you guys are seeing a lot of now, not one of them are experienced sales reps. All of them within a year have all started with solar from scratch. And I've worked with them and I've cultivated them and I've trained them and I've led by example by being there during the closes and being there during sets and just it's constantly a work in progress. And so it's very important to understand that my superpower is the ability to outwork you. I will work harder than anybody. I will put in more hours. I will put in more time. I will do whatever it takes to make sure that people around me are succeeding. And I think they'll say that as well. Sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. But ultimately, because of the massive effort that we're putting forth at all times, you make them in your mirror image. And so all of a sudden now I've got duplicates of myself. And they are just cranky. And they're doing so well. Actually, for example, Cole, as another example, Zach, Andrew, all of them on the leaderboards, all of them lighting up. And that's really, that is number one, is I really have a core belief that if we just give it hell every day and we just work as hard as we can, that these positive, things that we're doing are going to turn into sales. So that's first and foremost. So you can't really go wrong. Just take action and just go at it full on. Now, you have built a gorgeous system. It's beautiful. The ability to be able to just plug somebody in as a setter, it show up on my side is magic. Because now I'm not having to make up other systems and do my 1099s, and it's just awesome. So my first thought was, being in the industry for almost 20 years, I thought, what is the percentage of setters out there versus closers? It has to be at least 40 to 60%. They're the quiet ones. Nobody knows they exist, but it is massive. Everybody hears about the people that are closing and making the deals, always at the front. But setters really probably generate very close to 60% of the entire market's contacts that turn into closes, really, both in the U.S. and worldwide. And so being able to plug into that in any way, shape, or form is going to naturally help you to have more time on your hands, increase your sales, increase your group sales. So you work backwards. I started with myself. I said, how do I fill up my calendar? White space is evil. I need to fill that crap up. I need to be so busy I can't see straight, and I need to duplicate myself. All right. So the first thing that I did was I started reaching out and accepting. And if you are in sales, you're going to get spammed with loads of commercials of setters, closers, leads, whatever. Megan, if you can drop that doc in chat, and I put a list out of everything I am going through and continually going through. And basically, this document says everything. Do everything. But specifically, I would answer these ads and I would set an appointment with them. And then I would talk with them and I'd say, listen, before we begin, you're going to tell me to give you money. I'm going to tell you how you're going to make money. And I'm going to show you a system that's better than yours. And you're going to come over, sign up with us, and this is going to be fantastic. And I'll go through the calculator with them. I'll sign them up. And I sat with them and recruited them to come do what we're doing. And that has been working for me. And I think if people really take that to heart here, and take anything away from this meeting, we're going to gobble up all the setters out there on social media. We're going to just explode because it's such a simple concept. But the reality is, a lot of these folks are looking for work, and they don't know the systems like we do. So being able to show them a better way, one that is with us, not against us, one that is on the same team towards the same goal, it's beautiful. They're getting paid up front. They're getting paid in the back end. They can track. They have a CRM they can plug into. Freaking sign them up and get to work. Let's go. And so that's really been it. I've been doing that a lot, and then also making sure that there has never been a meeting since last year. If I have a sale or a close, I always grab a new rep and I have them watch me every single time. I will never miss opportunity to teach. It is essential and it is crucial for new reps to see success and failure equally. And you just got to get over it. You got to lead from the front. It's okay to fail. It's okay to succeed, and let them see all of it. And I feel like that also cultivates this in the trenches team mentality where, you can do anything together. You've been through it all together. You can overcome anything together. And so the 4.0 model is gorgeous in the sense that, well, I know that if I have 3 setters setting for me, and then if I set up 3 setters for Ashley, they're setting it for her. And if I have a uniform calendar process, making sure that I am helping them fill up all the white space in between, then I do it with Cole, and then I do it with Zach, and I do it with Andrew, and then all of a sudden, right across the board, everybody is full and busy, then I'm doing my job as the leader. Because all they need to do is get up to the plate and just start swinging. And they're going to hit an occasional home run. And then more, and then more, and then more. So the more opportunity I can create with this, everybody wins. And it's that simple.
It's powerful, brother. I think there was a lot of nuggets in there. I hope everybody took some. If you got some nuggets from Craig, like what was the number one thing you just took away from what he shared? Drop it into the chat box. And yeah, man, I just feel grateful for the leadership, Craig, and the proof in the pudding of hard work and dedication. And one of the big things I took away is the commitment to making sure that when you bring a setter on, they are successful. Their success is something you are devoted to, committed to. You will put in the hours to make sure they're successful. And this is a really important message to everyone who's on the call, who's enrolling new setters and building a team. We live in a world where, unfortunately, we're not high touch enough anymore. We can't hide behind screens and expect that that's going to build relationships with people. Craig has real relationships. He spends hours of time, having people shadow him and watch what he does and learn and watch a set happen in real life and watch a close happen in real life. And you can't replace this stuff, guys. You can't just send somebody a link and then expect that they're going to be successful and go make you money. Like, get in there and really dedicate the time to building a qualified team, a team that you've earned their loyalty, you've earned their efforts, you've earned their trust, you've earned their rewards. So I hope that, is helpful. And Craig, thanks for really, showing us how that works. And I know there's a lot of other fantastic team builders on this platform that are doing the same thing. And we just appreciate all you guys so much, because that's what really makes the community go around, and it's what helps new people become successful. So thank you so much, brother. Any final words before we shift gears?
Whatever you focus on the most, you'll get the most of. That is a mantra I have said over and over in my life several times. If I need more sales, I'm going to think about that day and night and focus on that. If I need more recruits, I'm going to drink that Kool-Aid, do whatever I got to do to get those more recruits. If I need to build my team out and get them busy and get them selling, I'm going to do that. But also on the other side, if I focus on the negative, I'll get more negative. If I focus on anything like tickets, change orders, whatever, I'll get more of that. So I make an active effort to focus on the positive, the new sales, the new setters, the generation, getting it paid, making sure it's all positive. And whatever you focus on the most, you will get the most of. That's my final words.
Boom. All right, everybody. Give it up for Craig in the chat if that was helpful and you took some nuggets and gold from what he had to share. And we are cheering you on, brother, for Q2. Guys and gals, we're just warming up. Just warming up with this bad boy. So I've got an exciting announcement for all of our setters out there, everybody in the business. We are introducing a new quick start bonus to this company.